So the shunt was put in about a week now. I mean, I suspected, I don't think much has changed. She's a little bit brighter. And I know that you all thought that she was focusing on herself, but we couldn't find it. That doesn't mean that she won't do it eventually, but at the moment she's not. She's about the same as she is. Now, she also has developed a chest infection as far as we know, so treating her with antibiotics as well. And my main concern is that the shunt we put in may get infected. But we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. If it gets infected, I will take it out, and then once treated with antibiotics again, then we put it in again. Okay? Now, that's as far as I can say. I mean, I can't give you any more because this is quite a fluid thing, you know. I mean, do we know about the ABI thing yet? Or?
Oh, we need to get the reg first. So yeah.
Now, the best ABI place is actually Auckland, all right? I know that you have another one in Wellington, but Auckland is probably the biggest one and probably one that is that we use all the time. I would prefer that because I would eventually want to put and design the bone to go back on to if she does okay to put it back eventually. Okay. Now the other thing is the bone itself we took out. We grew some bugs, which I cannot use the own bone anymore. Which means that I can give it back to you if you want it, and I'll make artificial bone to put in. Okay, but that'll be later down the line though. Okay? If she survives, because it is a very bad injury, there's no doubt about that. Okay, I don't think anyone has any illusions about it. And a lot of people don't survive this. But she's young and she's surviving it so far. And what we've done, because she's not going to pass away very quickly, and putting a shunt in up, I think is a reasonable thing to do. But if she does have a rest and things like that, I do not think that she should be ventilated at all, because at her current state. Now, if she improves to a better condition or better neurological status, that would change. But it has improved quite a lot. All right?
So she has improved or has not?
No, she has not at the moment. But I did say that. I don't expect her to improve that much because before the increase of fluid happened, the brain looks, and she didn't really change at all, you see. So I didn't think she improved that much. However, I can rule out long-term wise whether she would improve, you see. Yeah.
Given that she has developed a chest infection,
yes.
Because I know there was conversations about sort of moving to ABI.
Yes.
Will that change given her chest infection and the care? Like, what supports?
No. So basically, we would like someone before move to ABI to be stable first and doesn't have any acute medical problems. So we'll treat the infection, and once it settles, then we move her to ABI, isn't it? Sure.
Yep, that's definitely the plan.
Yeah, we're not going to move her when she will be treating her the infection because we are acute hospital. ABI is not really a acute hospital.
ABI won't take anybody on anything IV wise. So while she's on IV antibiotics, she can stay in Waikato.
Yeah.
We still need to get the feeding tube in, and having the infection at the moment, let's put that back till next week at the earliest. So we need the radiologist to come and see us next week and put in the new feeding tube, which I think will, while I don't think it'll make a lot of difference, it will be much more comfortable for her, because having that thing in her nose is not comfortable and is one of the reasons that she does a lot of the almost hiccuping, sneezing attitude, is because it's quite a wide bore tube and it's in the way all of the time. So it'll be good to get that out.
Just with regard to the chest infection, is she managing to expel?
Yes. Yeah, she's got a very strong cough, and in that respect she's very good. And we've been able to source a tilt and space wheelchair this week, so we can get her up out of bed and in a wheelchair, which, although the biggest problem with that is that she's got very, very poor neck control. So having her up in a chair is an advantage, but at the same time another challenge, because we need to improve her neck muscles and things, because they haven't been utilised for such a long time. So we're using a collar at the moment to try and keep her upright, and yeah, the change of position will help with the chest infection as well.
Yeah.
Is that the purpose? Like, what's the primary purpose of putting her in a wheelchair?
Really just change your position just because it's better for you generally. It's a mixture of normalising positioning. It takes pressure off different areas of your body, improves your lung expansion. So yeah, it's really an attempt to maintain what we have got, and a lot with limb positioning. We're doing the splints on her hands and feet. Yeah, so sitting out in a chair just helps with trunk control and things, should she make any more gains. We want to maximise what we have got, which we agree is not a lot.
Yeah.
Can you sort of tease that out a little bit for us when you say, which we agree is not a lot?
No, basically, I mean, her baseline now, she has a severe head injury, and along with that, she can't control her movement of the body properly because she's in a sense a deep coma. And therefore, that's why you have problems with your chest. You then can develop contractures, which is a fixed deformity of your arms and legs because your muscles don't develop properly and you have wasting your muscles. You also have problems with the pressure sores and things like that. This is all we want to prevent, because if eventually she slowly recovers, then the contractures, if you establish, will give her a lot of pain and problems, you see. You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And when you sit up, it's always better when you sit up. I mean, you should know yourself, when you have a cough and cold, it's better sitting up than lying flat. Because the things trickle down to your chest. So we want to prevent all this from happening, you see. Plus other things, obviously. I mean, there's other things. But I can't think, there's so many we are trying to do that I can't individually say everything.
Which is understandable.
How long are you anticipating for the shunt to remain?
Well, once the shunt is a shunt that is a programmable one that we can shut off at any point. I'm not anticipating to take it out at the short notice. Very fact, if it works too well, I can just shut it off anyway, and we just save for an operation. So.
And what's the likelihood of, I heard you say that there's a slight concern that it could become infected?
The infection of a shunt for the first year or so is about 10%. And then after that, it drops to yearly 1%. However, because she is, her condition, she had a chest infection around the same time we were doing it, so it probably goes up to about 20% or no. That's why she's on antibiotics as we speak anyway. But I have really no choice but to put it in.
Yeah. I get that. Come on, so she's in for at least another sort of week or so to get chest infection under control.
Well, and also the peg to put in properly, they need a different sort of specialized peg. I don't know what you call it.
It's called a rig.
A rig,
Yeah.
rig.
Radiation guided.
Yeah, it's something using X-rays to put it in. And this is a bit specialized, and so they need time to arrange it. I'm actually not on the hurry to move her yet until I'm happy with it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, if she's stable and we think we've done everything, and she can move, we will move her. But at least it'll be a week, if not a little bit more than that. Okay. I mean, well, yeah. I'm not here next week, but my registrar will give you an update if you want to, guys. But anything acute, we'll give you an update anyway.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
motor scores and everything are still the same. She's still around at 4, is that right?
that's correct. Yeah, but even if we expect improvement, it won't be sudden. It'll be very gradual. It's not something that will happen. Even if there is going to be improvement, it won't be very sudden anyway. It'll be very, very gradual. So, and this is just a week, which is in the grand scheme of things very, very short.
Yeah. It's good perspective.
Yeah. Okay.
Ed, do you have any?
No, it's pretty static reportage all the way through. So, I'm running in hose down there at the moment to visit, so we're just staying on the same course by the look of it. So
yeah. No, this is not going to be a sudden thing. Okay, this is not gonna be, if anything, it'll be a long slog, and there's no guarantees at the end of it that she'll improve at all. Okay, there's no guarantees, and she may actually deteriorate, but she's young, she has everything for her in that sense. But is she going to go back to her normality? In my opinion, probably not at all. Okay, all right. I think that's out the window, but how much she has, I don't know. I think that the prognosis is not good. However, I'm known to be wrong before, so I'm not going to say that what I'm going to say is going to be like different.
Understandable, but.
Right.
Okay, thank you both, thank you very much for your update.
No problem.
thanks, Pete. Have a good break for this next week.
Yeah.
No problem.